All right, Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, as always, I would like to give all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakaha, Kodash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing his truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return, and double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well and have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And I just wanted to give a few words on Hurricane Helene. Hurricane Helene was judgment from Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Okay, and where did these hurricanes hit? They happen in mostly places known as Sundown Town. Okay. Now in Sundown Town, you know, there was a lot of lynchings that happened to our people, a lot of injustice, you know, our people was, you know, being castrated. And I believe down in the Carolinas, they're known for having swampy areas. So, you know, that, you know, they was taking Israelite, which will be so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Indian babies, and they were feeding them to alligators. In order that they was using them as bait. My apologies. They was using them as bait in order to catch the alligator, in order to make leather, you know, leather seats, leather jackets, leather shoes, leather for seats. You know, leather pants. And in most cases, the baby would not survive the encounter. And just think about it, you know, your seed, your baby out there crying helplessly, you know, while there's a rope tied around him or her. Goodness gracious. You know, there's a rope tied around him or her, and the baby is just crying helplessly. And then suddenly, you know, see, that's Satan. You see, and then suddenly, excuse me, you know, suddenly you don't hear the baby cry anymore, because the baby is now, you know, within the teeth of the alligator. So, you know, hey, I don't feel bad for what Hurricane Helene did. You know, Hurricane Helene, the Lord used Hurricane Helene to bring justice. And something else I would like to do is look up that word Helene. You know, what does Helene mean? Zephaniah 3:5, the just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. See, the Heavenly Father is just in all his doings. Okay. And in the book of Nahum, the first chapter, it tells you that the Lord controls these storms. The clouds are the dust of his feet. What do you do with your foot? You trample on things. Now, it's spiritual, because they said that down there in the Carolinas, they say it looked like a nuclear bomb went off in those regions. So what do you do with your foot? You trample things under your feet. Okay, so the Heavenly Father trampled those areas down with Hurricane Helene. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. The Heavenly Father loved executing judgment. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. Okay, the unjust knoweth no shame. Trump accuses Biden administration of neglecting hurricane survivors while giving Ukraine billions. because everything is all being orchestrated. Okay. Who controls the left-hand side? The Heavenly Father does. Okay. The Heavenly Father controls the left-hand side. Okay. Psalms chapter 83, verse 15. So persecute them with thy tempest and make them afraid with thy storm. You see that? And indeed, those people down in the Carolinas are afraid. Okay. Because when you got areas flooded like that, that whole area becomes basically it can easily become a home for alligators and crocodiles. Creatures that are tailor made to live in the water. And I believe there was a movie I watched, but I forgot the name of it. But basically, the whole, there was a flood, right? And basically, these people were trapped in this large building. And inside these large buildings, there was literally crocodiles just swimming around. People had to stand on shelves. People was throwing out SOS signs, flares. So you see, there's a lot that comes with hurricanes: alligators, crocodiles, swamp creatures. You see, you become prone to these things when the flood hits. Okay, and yeah, they might have used HARP. The U.S. government might have used HARP. Okay, but ultimately, it don't change the fact that the Heavenly Father is still the one who brought that storm. Okay, 1 Samuel 2:6, the Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and he lifteth up. So persecute them with thy tempest and make them afraid with thy storm. Okay. Now what I would like to do is read that in the NLT. Psalms 83 verse 15 in the NLT. Let's see what it says. Psalms 83 verse 15 in the NLT. Chase them with your fierce storm. Oh, yeah. And trust me, the wind knows how to chase people when it comes after you as a hurricane. Okay. Okay. Terrify them with your tempest. What is a tempest? A tempest is a raging storm. And that's exactly what a hurricane is. A hurricane is a raging storm. Okay. It is a raging combination of wind and rain and lightning. Okay, let's read that in the New International Version. Excuse me. Okay. Psalms 83 verse 15 in the NIV. So pursue them with your tempest and terrify them with your storm. And hey, a hurricane is a terrifying thing. Now, before I close out this video, let's look up what Helene means. Okay. What does Helene mean? I just want to look this up. The name Helene is a feminine name of Greek origin that means shining light. And indeed, Yahushua is a shining light. Remember, what did Yahushua tell his disciples? Yahushua, which is that light. Well, what did Yahushua tell his disciples? All power and judgment has been given to him. So guess what? Who has the power to bring tempests and storms and bring people houses to ruin using tornadoes and all the other good stuff? Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. Okay, because ultimately he's the one that's bringing those things, by the order of his father, Yahweh. Okay. So shining light. Well, Yahweh Shai is that shining light that literally brought that hurricane. So you see, everything is all spiritual. But anyways, I pray and hope that you sincere, hopeful members of the elect, as well as you few sisters have been edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. With that, I'm going to say Shalom. Is on to the next one.